What's going on, guys? My name is Matt. Welcome back to my channel. This is my 1981 XV750 Cafe Racer. Now, this bike has obviously been probably pretty much the staple of this channel. The flagship vehicle, right? She's looking a bit scruffy, a little bit scruffy. You probably saw the recent video of the exhaust modification and all that sort of stuff. I put a new dash on it and everything. Tidied up all the wiring. I really love it. Obviously, you probably know how much I love this bike. It's beautiful. But I've made a pretty significant purchase for this thing. Pretty cheap too. So the big news is that I just bought an XV1000 engine for this bike. Yes, an XV1000. So from memory, they make, like, I don't know, 60 horsepower, something like that. Like 65 horsepower, something like that. Maybe, anyway, you'll be able to tell me. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. But they make a little bit more torque as well, probably like, I think 8 or 10 more newton meters of torque, which in a car, that's, who cares, But on a bike, that's sick. Especially for one of these things, it's so small, it's pretty light, that's steel. That's steel. This is all cast. It's aluminium, but she's heavy. She's very heavy. This is all steel as well. Anyway, what I'm getting at is I bought an XV1000 engine for 250 bucks, actually. Very, very cheap. Was it 250? Yeah, anyway. Dude just knows that it was crashed and they wrote the bike off or whatever. I don't know. Something like that. He basically pulled the motor out. The motor was fine. It just fell over on the stand or something like that. So anyway, I got it off him. Really nice dude. I actually forget his name, but if you're watching, you're a legend, mate. Thank you very much. Anyway, that engine is going to go into this bike. Now, I don't really know anything about the engine. I haven't compression tested it. I haven't done anything to it at the moment. I've literally turned it over with a battery. It's still got a starter in it and stuff. Bridged out the starter and cranked it. And there was no weird sounds coming out of it, so I think it would be okay. I'll put my fingers over my thumb over each of the cylinders, and they feel like it's got a fair bit of compression. So we can go out the shed now and go have a look at it. Chuck the compression gauge on it, see what she's like. But that's the plan. So I think this little this series is going to be on me rebuilding the XV1000 engine. It's not going to be like a fancy pants build, but I'll probably throw a set of rings at it, give it a nice hone with a fresh crosshatch on it, and just freshen everything up, give it a nice paint job and everything like that. It's going to look very similar to this anyway. So, but the big question is, once it goes back into this bike, will the VM34s be enough? Probably not. So the VM36s will more than likely go on it, because I know you can put them on 1000s. So anyway, that will be the plan, and that's a lot later down the track. Okay, here it is. This is out of a 85 model XV1000. So this is what I bought for $250. So it actually came with some aftermarket coils and NGK plug caps. So pretty stoked with that. It comes with a little bit of harness. This is what everyone is after. I paid nearly as much for one of these for my 750 than I did for the whole engine off the right person. Anyway, so I've got this one out. Well, I've got both the plugs out. They actually look like they were burning pretty well, pretty good. The rear cylinder, number one, looked like it was maybe a little bit more rich, but who cares? All right, let's just see what sort of compression this bad boy's got. I rigged it up to a little battery over there. And I'll zoom you in so you can see. I don't know if that's going to stay there. Okay, you watch that and I'll crank it. Are you ready? pretty good. It's at 165 pound, which is great. It's just as much as me 750, well, a bit more. Okay, so that's the front cylinder. Let's try the rear. All right, let's do it again. What's that? Pretty much the same. 160 pound. Beautiful. Stoked with that. So I guess the main reason I wanted to go to an XV1000 engine is, I think, honestly, when you say you've got an XV750, they seem more or less like a dime a dozen. If you've got an XV1000 cafe racer, it, I don't know, it seems a bit more special. So very excited to tuck into this. I'll probably, if the bottom end looks fine, probably leave it alone. Pull the top end off, give it a refresh, just like I did to the 750 engine. And yes, it should be good. I dare say it'll run with the VM34s, but probably won't have enough to keep up with it. So anyway, so that's the big news. XV1000 engine going in the cafe. Could not be more keen. Yeah, so it's going to be a step-by-step sort of rough rebuild. It's a backyard rebuild, really. I've got a honing tool and I've got all the equipment pretty much just to clean it up, give it a nice hone, nice set of rings, and gasket kit through it. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't even need it. Like, it's got 160 pound in it already, so I could just chuck a clutch in it and pretty much go for gold. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Should I just leave it alone and clean it up, chuck it in the bike, or give it a rebuild? I don't know how many Ks are on it. I don't know what the cylinders look like. I know nothing about it, really. It could be a ticking time bomb. I don't know. I'm leaning towards rebuilding it, but at the same time, it just showed me it's got healthy compression. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.